Hello again fellow sages, welcome back to our Sagebrite speaker series. Gareth Jones is here again to give you the lowdown on how to best to connect and engage with members of the Sagebrite peer community.
Thank you all. And thank you Josephine. I'm honored to speak with you today and talk about how to make networking part of your ongoing career development. Let's get started, shall we? The last time we were gathered here I talked about connecting with influential people right in your own backyard. I held off talking about how to approach fellow sages in the Sagebrite peer community until I can weigh in on the next step, engage. You see, you need to do more than just connect with your networking contact. That's all people do on LinkedIn. Then nothing happens. To engage your networking contact you need to get a conversation started, but one where you are doing less talking and more listening. This conversation is not about me and my job or my career. This would be self-serving. When you make it about you, this becomes a push, not a pull. A pull is the key to ultimately empowering your networking contact, which I will get in another talk. Now, every relationship is built on trust and empathy. And the basis of that trust goes beyond just making a connection. It starts with two people having a face-to-face conversation. Do each of these people have an engaging story or narrative to tell? Why should I care? Do you have my attention? Engagement requires two things to work in concert with each other to achieve that ultimate engagement with a networking contact. First, is you need to engage people on a human level. Each of you must have an engaging story, or narrative. This is something important that is reflective of your respective situation. Practice it in front of the mirror. Keep it short and positive. Second is to be aware of another person's engagement mode. This is how people interact and solve problems in any environment. However, it's important to know your own engagement mode first so you can understand the engagement mode of others. You can learn more about the specifics of engagement mode in Josephine's video. With these two things at play you have a better chance to achieve full engagement. A good story, empathy for the other person, and you're ready to begin developing a trusted relationship. We have developed the Sagebrite peer community to allow you to practice achieving full engagement. This will help you normalize your networking practices. An opportunity to learn from each other and get you out of your home office. When you go through the profiles you will get an abbreviated sense of people's stories. You will also see that fellow sages have taken the engagement mode survey and posted their results. When choosing to connect with other sages, with engagement mode, be aware of how you use it to connect with others. Certainly, you can use engagement mode to connect with people who are compatible to your style. Trust can be developed rather quickly when like-minded people gather together to discuss their stories and future opportunities. Or you can connect with your complete opposite. Yes. Connect with engagement modes that are not like you. Connect with people that may perform differently in the environment. People with entirely different backgrounds. Why would anybody want this, you ask? Well, to learn something new. To get access to a different world. To connect with someone who can help you complete some objective where you've been stuck too long. A symbiotic relationship. For example, you may be an accountant with a new product idea wanting to meet someone who is in sales. Or a software developer wanting to connect with someone in business development. Let's look at the 4 engagement modes in terms of that very first meeting. Before I continue, use engagement mode only as a guide. People are not one-dimensional. Watch Josephine's video and read over materials on the Sagebrite website. So here is a sample of insights from engagement mode. If you meet someone with the connect engagement mode, expect someone who puts people first. You will hear it in their communication and see it in their problem solving. Their strength is in connecting people. If you meet someone with the inform engagement mode, expect someone who places a premium on information and data. You will hear this in their communication and see it in their problem solving. They can bring analysis that cuts through all of the noise. If you meet someone with the transact engagement mode, expect someone who will get down to business right away. You will hear this in their communication and see it in their problem solving. They can bring the get it done now attitude you may be missing. If you meet someone with the excite engagement mode, expect someone who is there for the experience or entertainment value. You will hear this in their communication and see it in their problem solving. They can bring the needed lateral thinking ideas. You may be very different to any of these engagement modes. That's not a bad thing. Compatibility is important. However, you want to avoid enabling and complacency. Friends tell you what you want to hear. Colleagues tell you what you need to hear. It's great to hang with people who are just like you. They make for great friends. They don't necessarily make for great high-valued networking contacts. So consider stepping outside of your comfort zone by engaging with fellow sages that are different from you. You need that diversity to provide a whole world of different options in life and in career. Thank you all. And thank you, Josephine.